Welcome back. My guest is the head coach of the San Diego State Aztecs. They are currently number 6 in both the AP and the coaches polls. I'm joined by Steve Fisher. Steve, nice to have you. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jim. Thank you very much for having me on.
Great to have you. All right, so you've had quite a year already. The Aztecs had never even been ranked before the season started yet. As mentioned, you're number 6 in both polls. Pretty heady stuff. What's it like on campus and around town?
It's been everything that you can imagine for a program that going into this year had never been ranked. Started the season 25th, 24th, and we have had a groundswell of interest, starting with our students and now community and regionally. Our last 10 games have been sellouts, and the next 3 have already been sold out. And Jim, I know you've been everywhere to see games, but the atmosphere in here is second to none across the country, and we're not used to having that, but we've got it, and we really like it.
All right, so what about the players themselves, Steve? How are they dealing with all the new attention?
The nice part about it, Jim, is we have 5 seniors. We have the starting 5 that returns. To some degree, they've been there, done that. We won 25 games last year. So I think because of that, we've been able to deal with it really, really effectively. We have a mature group led by our captain, DJ Gay, who is as steady as there is anywhere in the country.
Yeah, Utah head coach Jim Boylan said he thinks that you might be Final Four good. I mean, it'd be nice to get to a tournament, win a game or 2 before you get to that point. But, Steve, you know you've been there before. Does this group have that kind of potential?
You know, it's always easy for an outside person, but I respect Jim Boylan, who's in the same chair that I'm in. We've got people here that are saying, hey, you know, we're not going to worry about the first round. We're going to book our tickets to Houston. And for a team that in the history of the university have never won an NCAA Division I tournament game, we want to do first things first. Our goal is to make the tournament, which we're going to do. Then get a good seed, which we've got a chance to do. And then win in the tournament. And we've got the talent to be able to do that. We've got a front line that if you don't put the name of the school on the front of the jersey, we could be anywhere for any top 10 team in America, and you'd say they're that good. So we're legitimate. We're not, this is not fabricated by a schedule. This is not fabricated by something other than really, really good talent.
And your front line especially is really impressive. What about the backcourt? You know tournament comes down often to backcourt play. How do you feel about the team once you get to the tournament, and how do you feel about your guard play?
I love our guard play. A year ago, everybody said, what are you going to do at point guard spot? And DJ Gay has stepped in, and he's our captain. He's our leader. He's gone almost 3 games without a turnover. He makes great decisions. He takes big shots. He's good. He's big-time good. And then Chase Tapley, who's from Sacramento, was the Player of the Year in Northern California. He could really score the ball. We've got James Rahan, who's a local product, who transferred from Santa Clara, who's as good a catch-shoot player as there is around. So I like our perimeter play, and we're pretty good assist-to-turnover ratio. We're not going to give you a lot of loose balls and live turnovers that you can turn into layups.
Hey, Steve, take me back if you would. What was it like to recruit the Fab Five and then coach that group?
It was something that you don't even see happening. It started with Juwan Howard, who was a product of Chicago, and once we got Juwan, then he really helped us recruit everybody else, and it just came together. 2 of the pieces were Rose and Weber, who were basically a natural for us, both from Detroit, and they were sensational to coach. I thought they handled themselves in a fashion for young kids. They represented themselves, and then they did, most importantly, what is important in today's world, is they won. And they won big.
You know, you look back on it, Steve, it didn't end well, of course, when 4 of the players accepted some money. As you look now, look at where you are. Look at the success you're having right now. And when you think about the way things ended then, do you feel vindication of any sort?
No, Jim, I've never really felt that way. You know, I got fired at Michigan. I was the captain of the ship. I knew what I did and what I didn't do, and I think people who know me, from administrators to fellow coaches, know the same thing. So I don't view that in any way, shape, or form. I'm in San Diego at San Diego State. This is, as you know, a great place to live. And we've got a university and a basketball program that has won over 20 games for 6 straight years. We started to get this year some major national attention, which all of us like. And our goal is to continue to build on what we've done. And this year, that's to, as we said earlier, not only get to the tournament, but to win in the tournament.
Let me finally ask you this, Steve. I remember when I was a student at UC Santa Barbara, I remember when Jerry Pym came, and I remember we were all thinking, it's a great place for a coach to end up. You can live there, you got a quality of life. I could make the argument about San Diego. It's a tremendous town, it's a great campus. When you got there, did you think, I can make a difference, I can win, and there's a quality of life, or did you see an opportunity whereby we could get to the tournament and we could go deep?
When I came here, I took this job not to retire. I took this job with the feeling that, yes, there was an opportunity to win. We're right now in Viejas Arena, which is absolutely spectacular. Seats 12,414, state-of-the-art scoreboard, and we've got all the things that go into a major program. What we didn't have at the time was a tradition, and we're building on that. And we have been able to get the attention of the coaches and players in Southern California and then around the Western country to where we now have a program that should be able to sustain itself and continue to win. I don't want to go anywhere else. I'm old enough to appreciate the quality of life, but I don't want to just roll out the balls and say, well, I'm going to ride it off into the sunset and retirement. I want to be splashing in the water like all these other guys do and make some noise, not only during the season, but as we move into postseason play.
Oh, you got some work to do. Tournament's coming up. You're not done yet. You're just getting started. Steve Fisher. Steve, great to visit with you. Thank you very much.
Okay, Jim. Thanks for having me.
I enjoyed that. Thank you.